Breaking news. As Putin and the United States emphasize peace, the Niger junta has said it is open to talks. The coup leaders have been urged by the West and democratic African governments to restore former President Mohamed Bazoum to office, but they have so far refused. Russia and the United States have both called for a peaceful resolution to the crisis that has ensued since last month's military coup, and on Tuesday the junta said it was open to talks to do just that. Military leaders have refused Western demands for them to release detained President Mohamed Bazoum, who they have held since the coup on July 26. They have also rejected attempts at negotiation. If diplomacy fails, the main regional bloc, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has threatened to launch a military intervention, and on Thursday and Friday, West African army chiefs will gather in Ghana to prepare for this. An insurgency by groups with ties to al-Qaeda and Islamic State has displaced millions of people over the past decade and fueled a hunger crisis in the already unstable Sahel region. We're in the midst of a change. We have explained the ins and outs, reaffirmed our willingness to remain open and talk to all parties, but insisted on the need for the country to be independent, said Ali Mohamed Lamine Zain, who was appointed prime minister by the military last week. He made the comments after meeting with Chad's coup leader, Mahamat Deby, in his capacity as president. This latest coup in Niger marks the seventh in West and Central Africa over the past 3 years. International powers with strategic interests in the region have been drawn into the coup and its aftermath. On Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin called Mali's military leader to discuss the recent coup in neighboring Niger. This call has likely alarmed Western governments, who are concerned about growing Russian influence in West Africa's Sahel region. Mali's interim president, Assimi Goïta, said on X, formerly Twitter, that Putin emphasized the importance of a peaceful resolution of the situation for a more stable Sahel. Sabrina Singh, a spokeswoman for the Department of Defense, said that the administration of U.S. President Joe Biden was dedicated to finding a diplomatic solution, and that Niger was a partner that the United States did not want to lose. While he did not label the takeover a coup, Singh acknowledged that it certainly looks like an attempted coup. Nigerian President and ECOWAS Chairman Bola Tinubu said on Tuesday that the ECOWAS has the support of Central Africa's regional bloc ECCAS in efforts to overturn the coup in Niger and restore constitutional order. I get the trepidation our people feel about military action. We are doing everything we can to ensure the sanctions remain in place, and we are adhering to them strictly, the official said. Since a series of coups began, Russian influence in West Africa has grown while Western influence has waned. The leaders of Mali and Burkina Faso have strengthened ties with Moscow and expelled French troops from the former colonial territories. Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group have been accused of carrying out extrajudicial killings of civilians and other serious human rights abuses in Mali, where they were deployed by the army government. Bazoum kept Niger on the Western allies' good side. Agreements with the deposed civilian government allowed the United States, France, Germany, and Italy to station troops in the country. Putin has called for constitutional order to be restored in Niger, while Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin has welcomed the army takeover and offered his services. Since the coup, it appears that support for Russia has grown in Niger, with junta supporters waving Russian flags at rallies and demanding that France withdraw from the country. Niger's coup leaders have cancelled a number of military agreements with France, but the French government has dismissed the move, saying it does not recognize the new government.